Hi, everybody. This is Jack Allwell with you for another money episode. I have been reading the book Profit First by Michael Michalowicz. It's a good read so far. It tries to flip the equation revenue minus expenses equals profit into revenue minus profit equals expenses. We read Richest Man in Babylon, the quote, "A part of all you earn is yours to keep." It's the idea of putting, as soon as you get money in, you immediately put it away. It's out of sight, out of mind. You're not going to touch it. Similar to how we save through our 401ks or other savings vehicles at work, where it's automatically deducted from our paychecks. So put it on autopilot and you learn to work with what you have remaining. It seems a little bit gimmicky from the standpoint he's trying, I think, to create a brand where he has what's called Profit First professionals. So these are people that are certified in the Profit First methodology. He's trying to build a brand like kind of like Kiyosaki or Ramsey. I mean, Ramsey has all sorts of agents and professionals under him, real estate realtors that are certified Ramsey, financial planners that are like Ramsey certified. So I started looking on YouTube to see if anyone had asked Dave Ramsey about the Profit First method, and this is what I found.
Megan is in Kansas. Hi, Megan. How are you?
Hey, Dave, I'm good. And I know
I'm guessing he's doing better than he deserves.
you're better than you deserve.
Barely predictable.
We did our debt stream with you a couple of years ago, and now we're two babies in a business later. And so it's an honor to be on the phone with you. I am an entrepreneurial kind of CPA. I do tax and accounting, but I go help small business owners in their office, just kind of their CFO, outsourced CFO. And our tagline is helping KC business thrive. And I love it. Every single day, I love what I do. This guy called up, he's a manufacturer, and he's kind of getting started. He's experiencing some growth and he's real excited, but he said, also, I love this concept of profit first, and I would love a CPA that's trained in profit first. And I thought, well, I don't know if that's gimmicky or a real thing. And I looked it up, and it seems like it's really just a way to behaviorally make it so that you put profit first, but it's like you open all these bank accounts and you put money and you call it profit, and then you pay your expenses. And so I think he's an engineer, and then he's got like a business degree on top of that. And I'm thinking, you're just creating kind of more headache and administrative work for yourself than you need, because you have the ability to focus on profit. So I was just wondering if you're familiar at all with profit first as like a movement. I see that it's not gimmicky, and maybe it's for the person who doesn't understand profit and loss, but I'm wondering if I thought Dave would probably agree with me on this, but
I do.
yeah,
I've never heard of it, but with the way what you're describing, everybody tries to find some kind of.
I will note this is back in 2019. This video came about, and so I guess it might not be a super surprise that he has not heard of Profit First, because we're now in 2022, and I just heard about this book from a couple of people recently, so this may not have caught steam. I'm curious if he has heard about it now.
Dipsy doodle thing where you can go around the barn twice and kick your heels together, and all of a sudden it all works. And really, it's revenue minus expenses equals profit.
Yeah.
And none of that happens if you don't love your customer.
Right.
Profit is the sign that your customer loves you back. Profit is the applause that your customer gives you for doing a good job. The reason I've sold 7 million total money makeover books is because the book helps people. Mm-hmm. That's where it comes from. And so I don't put profit first. I actually put people first.
Okay, that's an interesting comment, to put people first. Yes, I mean, I would agree with everything he said so far. It's just, I guess I'm kind of bummed that he hadn't really heard of this method, because I would be curious because I think he would agree with a lot of it.
Profit is a byproduct of that.
Yes, I'm in complete agreement. And I didn't really, after reading all about it, I thought, well, if that's the kind of CPA you want or whatever, I'm really not your gal, because I'm not going to spend time opening up 10 bank accounts for you just so that you put money in the right one.
If you move the P around, if you move the P around and put it under 5 different shells, it's still 1 P.
Right.
You can run it through 6 bank accounts, and it doesn't grow from running it through bank accounts.
Yes.
I mean, and if you're not disciplined enough emotionally to go, revenue minus cost of goods sold minus expenses equals profit, you probably don't need to start a business. I mean, that's like 6th grade crap right there.
Yep.
I did that stuff mowing lawns when I was 12.
Right.
You know, it's not,
That's what I'm thinking.
it's just not rocket science. And you know, you quickly learn to ascertain do estimating properly on the time you're going to spend on a project, the cost of the project, the cost of the goods sold, and and then you develop, are we really making money here? I mean, I took 1 yard to cut for $3. It took me 10 hours to cut it. I didn't want that yard anymore. And so you learn that stuff, but you don't have to run it through 4 bank accounts to figure it out. It starts to be basic math and common sense. So I honestly do not know the system that you're talking about, but the way you're describing it, that's the sense I get. Is that it does sound gimmicky to me. And there's no amount of moving money around through bank accounts that makes money grow. And by the way, I don't think you should put profit first. You put your customer first, wisely thereby creating a profit. You have to keep your business model in mind. You have to look at what your expenses are. That's right. But if you don't love your customer, if you're not.
Okay, that's probably enough. It is I wish he would read it and comment on it, because a lot of what he gets at in his systems, for example, the debt snowball, I mean, from a math perspective, that doesn't really make sense, because he has you list your debts from smallest to greatest, regardless of the interest rate, and he has you pay them off from the smallest amount first to the biggest amount last. So even if your interest rate is super high on a very large debt, he doesn't have you pay that off first. And mathematically, you would want to pay the highest interest rate off first. Now, he argues that if you pay off the lowest nominal amount first, you will start building momentum, and psychologically you'll get to cross off, okay, so I've hit off this debt, hit off this debt, now we're rolling. There's the momentum. I can see where he's coming from, but I would also say that a lot of his teachings is from a psychological point, and maybe putting some money away immediately, out of sight, out of mind, similar to how a lot of people operate their 401ks. And like if you increased your 401k contribution a percentage, you'd probably learn to live on whatever you're getting in. So it's that same concept. So bummed that he hadn't heard of this, but we will see you in the next episode. Take care.